read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Marissa Johnson claims she loaned her mother money for a deposit on an apartment, but she moved in with her boyfriend instead. Lydia Johnson says her daughter is just jealous since she doesn't have a man.
Well, good day, ladies. I have Miss Marissa Johnson as my plaintiff and Miss Lydia Johnson as the defendant. Mother-daughter situation here. Miss Johnson, I see you are suing your mom.
I am, yes.
For $950?
Yes.
Tell me what brings y'all to court today.
I gave my mom a loan for $950 for a security deposit for her apartment. She did not use it for the security deposit, and she did not give me the money back.
Okay. Why was your mom in need of the money? And tell me a little bit more about her situation where she needed to come to you for this help.
Yes, at the time my mom was staying with her boyfriend, and they ended things, and she didn't have a place to stay.
Okay.
I offered her the extra bedroom in my home. She stayed there for a year. She helped me and my family out.
Okay.
When it was her time, she said she found an apartment and she needed help. I loaned her the $950 to help her out with that, but she did not use it for the apartment.
Now, you do say it was a loan, so you expect it to be paid back?
Yes.
Okay, and you have not been paid back as of this time?
Not at all, no.
Okay. Do you have any evidence to show where the loan was communicated to your mom? Or?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Go ahead and
in the details, it does say specifically for a security deposit.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Yes, I do see that you sent your mom electronically $950.
I did, yes.
Okay, that was you. And then I see there's an invoice here. I see this is from you, Ms. Johnson. You spent the $1,000 almost to make this bedroom really nice in your home?
It's in my boyfriend's home.
In your boyfriend's home? Where's your home, ma'am?
Well, that's who I live with now.
I'm confused. Help me.
Okay, Your Honor.
Yeah.
This is the exact issue.
Okay.
I loaned her the money with the intent of her getting her own place.
Because that's what she asked for it for.
Correct, and that's why I loaned it to her, no problem. The issue is she did not use that money to get her own apartment. She used that money to set up a bedroom in her boyfriend's apartment. And that's the bedroom that you're viewing, and those documents with the $200 sheets and $100 pillows is for the bedroom in her boyfriend's home. So
she, ma'am, Miss Lydia, you decorated a room in your boyfriend's apartment.
It's a house. It's a 3-bedroom house.
Okay, well, good for you, sis. Okay, in your boyfriend's 3-bedroom home for your daughter and grandchildren to stay at when they visit you at your new man's house?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, what happened to the deposit on your place?
Well, what happened was when I went to go get my apartment, the landlord had let somebody else rent it. And just told me goodbye, good riddance. Well, and I have a copy of the text message.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. It says, "Hi, Garrett, I have the security deposit. Can I swing by and drop it off?" He says, "Lydia, I'm so sorry for responding late, but someone else put a deposit down. I wish you luck in your new apartment." You ask him, "Do you have any other rental properties?" And that's the end of the communication.
Exactly. He didn't even answer me.
Yeah, he left you on red. Well, listen, here's my question, Miss Lydia. Why did you not then go and try to find another apartment?
Well, I did look, but it just happened. Well, it wasn't. How could I say? It was by chance that my boyfriend called me, so I'm crying really at this point because I'm so upset. You know, because I look forward to moving out, and he says, "Oh, well, you could come stay with me in my house."
Miss Lydia, once you realized that this apartment was not going to happen for whatever reason, why didn't you give the $950 back to your daughter?
Because she was out of town. She had left, and her and her boyfriend had went on a trip.
I sent her that money. I'm sorry, Yana. I sent her that money electronically. She could have resent it back.
There. Okay. I was already there. So here's the thing, Miss Lydia. She didn't need to be in town to give you the money or for you to send it back to her because it's all electronic.
That's true.
Well, at least Mama honest. Okay.
She did stipulate that I had to pay her back. But she says, oh, well, Mom, I know
What
you...
did she say, a loan, Miss Lydia, or a gift?
She did not say a loan or a gift. She didn't stipulate. She just said, here, Mom, here's $950, and then you can get your place. So... No, Miss Lydia, that ain't true. Because I'm looking at the electronic transfer right here, and it says for security deposit. It says that very plainly on the... Well, yeah, that's what it was when she sent it to me. Yes, ma'am.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Not here to judge what a woman of your, elder stateswomanship does with her time and locale. But I am curious as to, do you have any intention on paying your daughter back?
And later,
I had already paid for the fee, I had already paid for the hotel, and I did not ask him to pay any of that.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with a dispute between Marissa Johnson and her mother, Lydia Johnson, over misused funds from a loan.
What happened to, I want a place of my own, which is what you told your daughter to prompt her to give you the $950 to begin with?
Well, I mean, that's a fact. But again,
Your Honor, might I add, she's been with her new man for 3 months, so.
I wasn't intending on moving in with him. It was just that it happened like that. He offered it in the time of my need.
In the time of your need, and indeed he did. Okay, so this is more of the same. Okay, I guess here's the question, Miss Lydia. Again, I'm not here to judge what a woman of your, elder stateswomanship does with her time and locale. But I am curious as to, do you have any intention on paying your daughter back the $950? Or
Well,
now are you disputing that it was ever a loan?
Well, I am disputing the fact that it was ever a loan because she didn't stipulate that. She just said, here, Mom, here's $950.
You thought it was a gift.
But she could, I think, in my opinion, I believe that she could have came to me and said, well, Mom, we can work this out before bringing me to court.
Your Honor, I wasn't given that option. That's the issue. She had just moved out of my home and did not tell me that she was now living with her boyfriend.
How did you find this out?
When she came over a week or later, she says, oh, I'd like you to see the bedroom that I set up for you and the kids. I said, okay, well, how's the rest of the place?
And
then
you're
that's when
thinking that she's talking about her new apartment?
Exactly. I'm thinking there's an additional room for my children in her new apartment. Come to find out, this is a bedroom in her boyfriend's apartment that she's been dating for 3 months. She never explained to me that she never used the money for the deposit. I then learned that that money was used for ridiculously expensive sheets and bedding. It just makes no sense to me.
But here's my question to you, Miss Johnson. Well, your mom does have one point. I don't love to see mother-daughter scenarios in my courtroom. Why not try to work it out at home?
I wasn't given the option to, and my mom just doesn't seem to have any intentions on paying me the money back when I gave it to her initially as a security deposit.
Well, let's find out. Do you have any intention on paying your daughter back, Miss Lydia?
That's not true, because when I got paid, I had extra money to pay her back. But at this point, she blew up on me. She was saying, well, you're never able to keep a man.
Oh, wait, what did she say?
I did say that, I did.
What'd she say, Miss Lydia? Dang,
Well, it kind of stems back from when she was growing up. Her father didn't want any part in her life.
And you think she blames you for that?
She's still a little angry about that. And then we kind of
Do you think she blames you for that, Miss Lydia?
Yes.
Do you blame your mom for that?
I do not, Your Honor. I blame my mother for her lack of independence. That's what I blame her for. And I tried to help her gain independency, and she rejected that notion and spent the money the way that she wanted to, and that's why I'm upset. No other reason.
What you say about that, Miss Lydia?
That's just her opinion, and she's entitled to that.
That is an accurate observation.
One thing about Miss Lydia is she gonna call it like she see it. Let me ask you this, Miss Johnson. Had your mother used the $950 for her own security deposit, would we be in court today? Meaning, would you still expect to be paid back?
Yes, I would expect the deposit back when she moved out of that place. If she had left it in great condition, the money would be returned. That's another reason why I had no issue, because I assumed the money would be returned. It wouldn't
Because it's a refundable
exactly
security deposit.
Yes.
Miss Lydia?
But if I stayed in the apartment till I died, that would be quite tough.
Miss Lydia.
She stays with unrealistic situations.
Let's not talk about you dying, Miss Lydia. That would be very sad. And actually, even in that untimely circumstance, the money would still probably go back to revert back to her. You know. Yeah. So here's what the court is prepared to do, ladies. Thank you for your testimony. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't believe that your daughter should be talking to you about you and your man's situation, period, Ms. Johnson. You out of order, okay? And we have to let grown women, even the ones we love and adore, and even though we think they're making bad choices,
exactly.
We got to let them just be grown and continue to navigate on their terms.
Yeah.
Now, that said, Ms. Lydia, $950 is $950. It was a loan. The court determines. You know, because it says security deposit, which implies that a refund is coming at some point. So the fact that to me, it's irrelevant, actually. I want to say to both of you, I really don't care that you didn't move into the apartment as planned and that you spent it on these ridiculous thread count Egyptian sheets. The money is the money is the money is the money. The money was always lent to you with the expectation of return payment, no matter really what you did with it. And so while Ms. Johnson is staking her claim in the fact that you didn't do what you were supposed to do with the funds, the court is not going to consider that. But the court is going to consider that you received $950 as a loan and you've not yet to return it. So the court rules in favor of the plaintiff to the tune of $950.
Thank you.
That's my ruling. Thank you, ladies.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $950.
I love you, and I hate that we had to go to this point, but I am happy to have my money back. And hopefully my mom as well.
Well, I'm still there for you, and I love you too, but we could have did this differently.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
The medicine is not allowed on the track.
No, you just told me the rules. It was only water and the clothes on your back.
And I begged him not to take it. I begged him to hide it, not to let anyone know that he had it.
This is Equal Justice. Mitch Rollins claims his friend had a hangover and ruined their chances of winning a survivalist competition. Kevin Dillard says Mr. Rollins pushed drinks on him the night before, so it's not his fault they were disqualified.
I've got Mitch Rollins here as my plaintiff, Kevin Dillard as my defendant. Mr. Rollins, I see you are suing the defendant for $813.68. Exactly. What brings you to court today?
Well, I'm here today because my ex-friend, Kevin, was asked to join a competition with me. He wasn't the first person that I had asked. I had asked my brother, but he has kids and he wasn't able to come. So the sum of the competition's what we would have won, if we had won, would have been $5,000.
Oh,
we
nice.
were going to split this. I had already paid for the fee, I had already paid for the hotel, and I did not ask him to pay any of that. We did split gas money, however. We made it to Lake Tahoe from San Francisco after about a 5-hour drive.
Okay.
We pulled in at 9:30 p.m. And we went down to a bar afterwards. I went first at 10 o'clock, about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And I was hungry.
So the competition had not started yet?
Competition had not started.
It
no.
starts the next morning?
Sure does.
Okay.
Starts at 5 a.m. the next morning. So, exactly. So we had gone to the bar. I was going to get some fuel. We were going to do a 15-mile hike the next day.
Yeah.
So I needed to get my body ready. I had a beer while I was there, and I met these two gentlemen that were also doing the Tahoe Tough competition.
Okay.
What's
it called?
Tahoe Tough.
I'm not familiar with Tahoe Tough, so tell me, what types of obstacles or challenges were you guys going to have to succeed in order to win?
So essentially, it's a 24-hour competition, 5 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Okay.
And we would start at one checkpoint, and then we would end at the 4th checkpoint.
Okay.
It's a survivalist competition, so we were not allowed to bring anything besides water and the clothes on our back. So we had to fish for our own food. We just had to make do.
Got it.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Okay, so how'd it go?
So 4 a.m. rolls around, I'm spry. I'm still feeling good from the night before.
You're probably still drunk. Okay,
I sure was.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with a case of Mitch Rollins, who blames Kevin Dillard for getting them disqualified from a survivalist contest.
So you're at the bar.
We're at the bar. We had more drinks than probably was necessary.
But both of you were partaking in the beers?
Correct.
Okay. How many beers did you have?
I had 2, and then we had 4 shots of whiskey.
And I, personally, had informed him leading up to the bar that I didn't really want to drink. I was only interested in the food at the bar.
Okay.
But he persisted in getting a bit competitive with the other competitors, and so those beers turned into shots of whiskey in which
But
he insisted.
did you partake as well?
I did, yes.
Okay, so how'd it go?
So 4 a.m. rolls around. I'm spry. I'm still feeling good from the night before.
You're probably still drunk. Okay,
I
go ahead.
sure was. And the start point was within walking distance.
Okay.
We make it to the start. He is moving very slowly. He didn't want to get out of bed. He was complaining the whole time. As we're coming up to the second checkpoint, I see him pull out an aspirin that he had at the hotel. The medicine is not allowed on the track.
No, you just told me the rules. It was
Amen.
only water and the clothes on your back.
And he was, I begged him not to take it. I begged him to hide it, not to let anyone know that he had it. He had left the Advil at the second campsite, I think maliciously.
Well, we'll get Mr. Dillon's part in a second.
Sure.
So somebody found it.
They found it. They
And
found it.
you guys
and
were disqualified.
We were disqualified.
Okay. What do you say about that, Mr. Dillon?
I had a pounding headache, and
Okay.
I was hungover,
You were hungover?
exactly like you could believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was.
Okay.
And so I took an Advil.
This
there.
is in the morning,
Yes.
before you start.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Okay, so why did you even take the Advil with you, sir? Because you know you're not supposed to have no Advil on this 24-hour journey.
Yeah. So I brought it because
Because you wanted to cheat.
no. So I brought it because once I had taken it and once we were getting ready to leave, it was the last thing I grabbed on the way out because I knew that there was no way I was going to be able to get through the day without
So
it.
you wanted to cheat.
Judge Eboni's verdict when Equal Justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
I believe that the moment that you walked out that hotel room, sir, with that Advil bottle, you sabotaged the competition. Now, I do agree that he would have been all too willing to win with that cheating. But that's not what happened. So therefore, it is your actions alone. You drank too much. You knew you couldn't hang. You got y'all caught because not only did you cheat, sir, you didn't cheat well, you didn't exercise discretion, y'all got caught and he lost his full investment. I'm gonna ask that you pay that man for his time and his money. The court rules in favor of the plaintiff for the full amount, $813.68. So next time you agree to go in and go all in. That's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $813.68.
Any final thoughts for each other?
Still feel like he sabotaged us.
Pay up.
But
Okay. You've had your day in court. Please follow me.
Thank you.
If you grab your folder there, sir. Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.